Alright. But hi guys, defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth. Let's just quickly tell everyone we're live. Okay, I'll tell you what, I've had an interesting morning. Right, let's just tell everyone. How is everyone? Oh, the dog. Where's the dog? Right. The dog wants to go outside. Let me let the dog out. Look, I'm sure you wait for me to go live before I let you out. Right. It is. What's on then? Right. Okay, sorry guys. Right, okay. I'll tell you what, I have had quite an interesting morning. Let me just respond to just tell people we're live first. I know that if you're in America, you're probably all asleep, aren't you? Or it's the middle of the night, is that right? Let's get on defending Elvis Presley. Now, don't forget, defending Elvis Presley is the name of the Facebook page, and we have a chat on there, 24 hours a day. Join the defending Elvis Presley, guys. Get involved with the chat. Now, the chat, can be. Oh, we've just had a. Is that Spanish? Can we? I don't know if I can translate that, but so James on there, Philomena's on there. Philomena, are you with us? Let's see. I wonder if I can put the link on there. Let's see if we can put the link on there. Hi, Colin. Hi, Susan. Hi, Emily. Hi, Rebecca. Who else have we got on? We've got Diana. Hi, Diana. Obviously, we're in my kitchen, guys. Have I missed anyone? I think I've said everyone. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Let's have a look. Did Michelle say that she sent me something? Let's have a look. Let me just double check. Okay, guys. Okay. Who'd have thought? I tell you what, sometimes I love just chatting with you guys, just talk defending Elvis. Obviously, we defend the whole bloodline, which means we defend Riley and Finley and Harper and Benjamin and Vernon and Gladys and obviously beautiful Lisa Marie Presley. Some people don't get that, yeah? What I really mean by that is because we adore and admire Elvis and we know that, in our opinion, the real Elvis, not the faked Elvis that is badly portrayed around the world. I feel if we defend Elvis, that also defends Finley and Harper and Riley, because we're trying to clear up all the lies and what's the correct words? The rewriting of history. We're trying to clear that up as Elvis defenders. And I think that then has a knock-on effect and helps Riley Keough and Finley and Harper indirectly. Yeah? Because is it possible that Finley and Harper get embarrassed sometimes from some of the horrible things that are said about Elvis, horrible things said about Lisa? So someone tried to tell me off for saying that I also defend Riley and Finley and Harper. So we're going to talk about that in a second. I just want to say, if you're new to this channel, we are defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. That is what we do. We defend Elvis together with Team Elvis. We have subscribers and members. We have Elvis fans. Some of you are Priscilla fans. That's completely fine. I have nothing against Priscilla fans. I have opinions on why people have become Priscilla fans. I think that they've been spoon-fed lies and misled. I really believe that, but I do it respectively. I'm not a Priscilla hate channel. So I'm 57. I'm in the southwest UK, near Bristol, and we've only really been doing defending Elvis Presley for about 4-ish months. Some people ask, why do you defend Elvis? Why are you called defending Elvis? And it's pretty simple. We just want the truth out there. We want not just the Elvis fans or the Priscilla fans. We want the world to, I would say even more so, we want the general public around the world to understand that the way that Elvis's image and reputation has been portrayed for decades, yeah, is not fair to Elvis, is incorrect, the history has been rewritten. And yes, unfortunately, how can I say it? We do have to keep bringing up Priscilla Presley because we, as Elvis fans, we do think that she's done many, 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 many things wrong to Elvis, to Lisa Marie. Yeah, we do think that her behavior concerning the breakup of the marriage, the unfaithfulness, the divorce settlements, there's 2 of them. Then we go forward, things to do with Elvis Presley Enterprises and Gracelands, and her treatment of Riley Keough, her treatment of, how can I say it, with Barry Siegel and complications that happened there with Elvis Presley Enterprises. And then someone told me off for mentioning about Priscilla, how she grieves. The fans feel that Priscilla hasn't properly grieved. Some people say it's none of my business, but I think there's too many of us that are worried. How can I say it? For Finley and Harper and Riley Keough, and they feel that Priscilla has gone on a tangent of promotion, of making money, making more money, very career-minded, very obsessed with herself and the spotlight and attention. And we feel as fans that the focus should be on Riley and the grandkids and trying to make things right. Maybe Priscilla admitting wrongdoing towards Elvis, towards the fans, towards Lisa Marie, especially. Yeah. So this is a hot potato, guys. It's some strong opinions out there. Now, I had some pretty strong comments on my YouTube channel concerning Finley and Harper. Now, I was going to delete them. Let's just see if I can I think I took pictures of them. Let's have a look. Now, the comments came from Daniela Castro. Now, Daniela Castro, I don't know if she joins our live streams, but if you ever watch this, I'm going to talk about your comments, but I'm going to do it in a respectful way. I have nothing against Daniela. She's obviously a Priscilla fan, which is completely fine. I am not a Priscilla hate channel. I do not hate Priscilla. I have strong views about all the wrongdoing that Priscilla has done, and I personally feel that Priscilla has a lot of apologizing to do to the fans, to Elvis, to Lisa Marie. When we talk about Finley and Harper, they're only 16. When we talk about Riley, well, Finley and Harper, in my mind, are still children. Now, Riley's different. She's a grown woman with a family. She can defend herself. But I do like to think that we are, how can I say it? I do like to think, even though it's none of our business, because we're just fans, we're not related, we're not close friends of the family, I do like to think that the way I defend Elvis is done in a respectful way that does no harm to Finley and Harper, to Riley, to Lisa Marie's legacy, memory, reputation, to Elvis's legacy, memory, reputation. I'm not trying to stir hate so everyone attacks Priscilla. That's definitely not. I'm trying, as a fan at home in his kitchen. I'm not a researcher. I'm not an Elvis expert. I get a lot of my facts wrong. Yeah. I'm trying to, as a fan, to grow a movement defending Elvis Presley with Team Elvis, as an Elvis lover who's loved Elvis for over 50 years, who feels that Elvis cannot defend himself. I'm trying to make my bit of difference so that the way Elvis is spoken about by the general public changes. Because I think there's too many millions of people, general public, that if you ask them about Elvis, will say some horrible things about him, things that sometimes embarrass me, that are not true, the paedophile stuff, the cheeseburger binging, the drug addict, the rapist, and many, many other things. All these horrible things, how Elvis is perceived, his image. Now, we know that, of course, the world knows how amazingly talented and gifted and beautiful and kind Elvis was. We know that. It's pretty general how generous he was. But why do we as fans have to keep listening and feel embarrassed all the crap that's being said about Elvis around the world by millions of people? Something has to change. And I really believe that we can make a change. We can make a difference together. Team Elvis joining with other Elvis Defender channels. Yeah. I think we can make a difference. I think if our channel grows, I really believe that we can get on a higher platform and maybe be noticed by the TV companies, the interviewers, people like Piers Morgan. We hope that we can bring Priscilla Presley to the table and at least admit some wrongdoing. That would be a breakthrough. And I get loads of messages from all over the world. Priscilla will never apologize. Priscilla will never apologize. You're in dream world. Ha ha. She's never talking to you. Because it's just Louis at home in his kitchen. What difference can I make? Well, I disagree, guys. I disagree. I think we can. I really think if we push hard enough and we keep repeating the message over and over again. Now, I don't think it's good enough that we keep repeating this message just on the channel, on the Elvis channels, the Defending Elvis channel. I think we need to grow up bigger than that. Now, of course, we start with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google, all this, the different ways where we can get our message out there to defend Elvis against all the lies that have been said about him. But we do need to take the next step. The next step. And the only way I can think of us taking the next step is if we are so big, so many people are talking about us, non-Elvis fans, so the general public, that we get noticed. And I believe that once we get noticed, stuff's going to happen. Now, I've got big plans. I have aspirations. I'd like to do some kind of Defending Elvis Presley show one day, inviting people to our shows so we can go bigger and defend Elvis on a bigger scale. But we're not there at the moment. We're far from that. But that is my long-term intention. 100% if I was invited to any interview by any media company, any news company, I would grab the opportunity and defend Elvis publicly around the world. And I would be proud to defend Riley Keough and Finley and Harper on behalf of their mother, their father, and be a spokesperson just to go, come on, guys. It's not fair how Elvis Presley is being portrayed. All the lies about Elvis, his reputation has been damaged. The Priscilla film did a lot of harm. Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film did do a lot of harm. I'd love to try and undo some of that. Now, we know Baz Luhrmann's film, the Elvis film, was massively successful and Lisa Marie loved it. But in my opinion, because Baz Luhrmann tried to keep Priscilla on side because he felt for that film to be successful that he needed to keep her on side. There are things in that film, guys, that I don't agree with, that I think also made Elvis look a little bit bad. Now, generally, the film was great. I like Baz Luhrmann. But there are things in that film that I think were slightly unfair to Elvis. Now, then we move forward to the Priscilla film. I just think the film should never have been made. I really believe that. I think it was a real injustice to Elvis and his legacy and his reputation and his image that film was ever made. No way should a Priscilla gone on to promote that film, especially after Lisa Marie died. So wrong on so many levels. And I honestly mean this, guys. Priscilla should be ashamed that she helped promote that film. There was too much ego involved. There was too much, it's all about me. It's all about Priscilla. Her chance at fame, finally, a chance at fame to make this book. And then this book becomes a film by Sofia Coppola, a world-renowned filmmaker. Finally, everything I've written in this book is true. Yeah? Because the film, Sofia Coppola's film, was based on this book. And we know that this book was just written by Priscilla from her point of view. And in my opinion, to get people to feel sorry for her and think bad of Elvis. We know that many of the things in this book, in our opinion, for entertainment purposes, are just a storyline that was written by Priscilla to try and set her own words, to set things right. Yeah? But you can't set things right if you rewrite history. If you rewrite history, yeah, from the point of view of a book that is just a story where many of the things in this book are, in my opinion, not true, then how bad and how harmful is that to Elvis? If the world has treated this book and that movie, Priscilla's movie, Sofia Coppola's movie, as if it's fact, as if it's actual history, how unfair is that to Elvis? A book that was written by his divorcee that was unfaithful to him more than once, that hammered him for a very cruel divorce settlements. The second divorce settlement was, to me, unbearable. You do your research, guys. The second divorce settlement that she put Elvis through was horrific, cruel, greedy. But this film has been made, Priscilla, which backs this book up, which follows this storyline. I'll never understand why Sofia Coppola didn't try and make something different with the film. Why did Sofia Coppola decide to make a film based on this, which is not true, in my opinion, which has been twisted? Many of the things in this book are embarrassing to Elvis and make Elvis look bad. That book was designed to make Priscilla look good, to make Priscilla look like a victim. And in my opinion, Elvis was the victim. So anyway, so I'm going to start reading the comments. But to cut a long story short, someone told me off for saying, oh, you shouldn't be saying you're defending Finley and Harper and Riley. Well, I'm sorry. I am defending Finley and Harper and Riley Keough as a fan at home in my kitchen. And the person that said that to me had no right to say that. So we will read the comments. I'll just quickly read your comments. Now, we're not in a rush, guys. This is going to be a long live. Yeah? So I just wanted to bring up something else. I hope you guys have all got your coffees. We've got our coffees here. Now, many of you will watch this later because a lot of you are still asleep in America. And so when you're waking up, guys, later in America, good morning to you. Get yourself a coffee or a cup of tea and let's watch this morning's live stream. I also give a big shout to anyone else watching this around the world in all the different countries, including Australia and Canada and the UK. We have a big following now of UK subscribers and members. And so I hope you guys around the world are going to enjoy what we're trying to do together here with Team Elvis. Now I'm going to warm up my coffee because this is going to take a little while. All I do is just chuck it in the microwave, stick some hot water in there. Okay, it's pouring down with rain in the UK. Pouring with rain. Let's put a bit of honey in it. Should we make it a bit nicer? Okay. Right. Cream. Okay. We're back. Right. So I've got my coffee, guys. Are you ready with your cups of tea and coffee? Now, just before I start talking on our interesting topic, now we have a Facebook Messenger 24-hour-a-day chat. Yeah. Now, the purpose of the chat originally was so that I can inform you guys that we're live. That was the purpose. So let me just, actually, I will just quickly remind everyone that we're live. The purpose was to let everyone know we're live. Yeah. Now, what I didn't know was going to happen was that you guys, and I love it. Let's put it on again. What I didn't know was going to happen was that, let's make sure this is all going well. What I didn't know was going to happen, that 24/7 chat messenger was going to be so successful, so popular. Like, we're talking like all day, all night, amazing conversations, loads of research. Let me just shut that door a minute. It's pouring with rain, guys. I don't know if you can hear it, guys, but in England at 11:02 a.m., the rain is very heavy, like pouring down. The kids are all at school. My daughter is about to go out and do her driving test, so I wish her luck with that. She's 18. She's failed twice. So let's, fingers crossed, touch wood. She's already passed in my mind. Right. So I was just talking about the 24-hour chat. Now, I never knew that this 24/7 chat was going to be so massively successful and that you guys were really going to take to it, and hundreds of you are chatting on that chat. But we've had some problems. There's been some, how can I say it, a lot of heated debate. Now, I don't mind a bit of debate. It's fine. You guys, you get on there, you do research, you post your research, you post your pictures, your videos, you post amazing information. You've all got to know each other. Many of you have become good friends through the 24/7 chat on the Facebook Messenger and on the Facebook page, Defending Elvis Presley. Please join the Facebook page, Defending Elvis Presley. But we are not there to argue. So we can debate, we can have strong views. But I think things started to get a bit nasty. So I've closed down the chat. I've reopened a new chat. And now we have a simple rule that if there's any arguments that are not to do with defending Elvis, the people will be blocked or deleted. Yeah. So the purpose of defending Elvis Presley is to defend the bloodline, defend Elvis, Lisa, Gladys, Vernon, Finley and Harper, and Riley. That's why we're here. There's no other reason that we're here. Yeah. So the way I'm going to moderate the 24/7 messenger chat, with respect, in a friendly, kind way, that we're nice to each other. I'm gonna, if I think people are having arguments for the sake of it that are nothing to do with defending Elvis, I'm just going to delete and block people. And I tell you now, guys, I do not want to block anybody, but I will. Defending Elvis Presley is not a reason to argue. And even some things were posted on the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. That wasn't the place to do it. The Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page is to defend Elvis Presley. That's all it is. If people want to post things defending Elvis or Lisa or Finley or Harper, or Vernon, Gladys, yeah, or Riley Keough. Brilliant. Post all day long. We are not here to post arguments. It's not for defending Elvis. If people have arguments, it is outside of defending Elvis. Yeah. So anything like that just gets deleted. Now, I have a lot of respect for a lot of people, but ultimately, I want everyone to try and get on. This is what I want. Now, if people can't get on, it's not my argument. It's if other people want to disagree and argue and carry on their arguments, it's not for defending Elvis Facebook or defending Elvis YouTube. It's outside of what we do. So, and I mean that respectfully, guys, because some of the people that are arguing, I have very, very fond feelings for. Yeah. So I don't want to see these people arguing, but I don't want to be drawn into it. I'm outside of it. Yeah. Okay, let's read some of your comments. Then we're going to read the comments on this, which are going to be quite interesting. So I don't mean to lecture, guys. Remember, I'm a newbie. This is what I keep saying to people. I'm a newbie. I've been around 4 months with defending Elvis. I'm not interested in all the previous politics that went on before I come along. Yeah, I'm here to defend Elvis. That's why I'm here. No other reason. So let's have a look. So who we got on? We got. Oh, you can't beat a nice coffee, guys, in the morning. Right, let's have a look. Sorry, guys. Yeah, all the Facebooky type things. I'll try and sort out after the live. Okay, Jane. I'm not sure. I think you might be on now. Yeah. So Michelle's got the day off work. Cool. Hi, Michelle. Right, I'm going to just rush through these so we can get to the topic. Hi, and the topic is: am I also defending Riley and Finley and Harper? Do I have the right to? Because obviously they're still here. They're still able to defend themselves. This is the topic. Priscilla, Elvis, she's... let's have a look. Right. Now, I also say this. If I receive any hate from Priscilla, I will delete it. Yeah, we're going to do this in a friendly, respectful way. Now, we can all list the hundreds of reasons why we're not happy with Priscilla. That's fine. I won't accept any hateful comments. Yeah, we're going to do this in a way that YouTube doesn't shut us down. We've got to be friendly and respectful and professional on how we defend Elvis. When we're talking about Priscilla, we can do it. We do it in a way that we don't just come across nasty. Yeah. I'm not going to call Priscilla names. I won't do it. That isn't the way I run this channel. I'm not a name calling channel. Some other channels spend all their time calling Priscilla names. I won't do it. We're not kids. We're not in kindergarten. We're going to do this as adults. Right. Priscilla was a horrible wife and mother and grand. Yeah, Karen, I can see how you feel. You're passionate, but tell me why. I'd rather not just call her name. Tell me why you feel that way. This is where we go with it. Yeah, I agree. Emily, I agree. Priscilla has made it our business by spreading lies. Okay. Tell me the lies. This is how we defend. Tell me the lies so we can talk about them. I agree totally, Lou. I think it's important that we defend Elvis and his family, but respectively. Yeah. Come on, we're grown people. We're gonna do this right. Linda, thank you. We're going to be mature in our approach. Definitely. That says it all. Louis in the kitchen has more respect than Priscilla in her lifetime. Louis in the kitchen has more respect than Priscilla in her lifetime. Again, Emily, we can break down the facts. If you go through my live streams, I break down my reasons for being not happy with Priscilla. I say this happened, that happened, this was said, that was said. Why this? Why that? I break it down. I don't just go, ugh, let's call her names. Karen, I agree with you, but Priscilla started most of the lies, and we need her to admit she was wrong. It's her voice that will make a lot to listen. And if she ever tells the truth, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, obviously the Memphis Mafia, there's many things, some of them said I'm very unhappy with, but other people have lied about Elvis as well. So, but I get it. Priscilla seems to be the main one. I have to admit, I can't get away from that. Let's have a look. We got a lot of comments here, guys, but it's okay. I'm in no rush. We are going to go through your comments. It's very important to me that your comments are on our live stream. It's really important to me. This isn't the Louis show. This is the Team Elvis, and we are defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. That is the show. I do think that Priscilla has come to believe her own lies, because it's been going on for decades and decades and decades. Sometimes you forget the truth. I understand that point, but this is my opinion, of course. Everything we do is for entertainment purposes only. We don't know them. We weren't there. Some things we can prove, but not everything. So unfortunately, some of the Prissy fans that get personal and insult us and say awful things, they do. And I get it, because they're passionate and emotional and angry and upset. But on YouTube, Facebook, we can't do it. We can't. We have to do it. We have to tone ourselves down and use intelligent conversation to get to the truth. I read the book and did not believe one word of it. She has no right to be buried at Graceland. Right. Oops. I tell you now, guys, I have very strong views about the book Elvis and Me. I've gone through them with you, so you know where I am with that. Let's have a look. Now, the whole thing with being buried next to Elvis, I keep saying the same thing. She lost her right. Priscilla lost her right to be buried next to Elvis the second she was unfaithful to him with Mike Stone. I think after Steve Peck, the dance instructor, there was a chance for them to make things right. But I think that upset Elvis so much. I don't think he was going to forgive her, to be honest with you. I know they had a bit of a fake marriage for a couple of years before she ran off with Mike Stone. But come on, once the Mike Stone thing happened and she demanded the divorce, once she went running off with Mike Stone, took Lisa with her, demanded a massive amount of money, and the second divorce settlement, which was disgusting, which was incredibly greedy and cruel. Once all that happened, she completely lost her right to be buried next to Elvis. And they're divorced. Why would she be buried next to Elvis? She had long-term lovers and also a child with Marco Garibaldi. So 100% Priscilla has no right to be buried next to her ex-husband, who she was very cruel to. Even Priscilla, if she must admit that the second divorce settlement was so cruel, and the way that she paraded herself around with Mike Stone in public, the way it was really, really nasty. Really nasty. So 100% she shouldn't be buried next to Elvis. And it doesn't make any sense. Who wants to get buried next to their ex? Who wants to get buried? Forget the fact that Elvis was famous. Who wants to get buried next to their ex? Who wants to use their ex-partner's name once they've given it up? Because don't forget, Priscilla on the first divorce settlement in around 72, 73, she gave up using the name Presley. So you take back the name Presley, and then years later, you demand to be buried next to him, even to the point where there was a possibility that she even wanted the graves swapped around. It just doesn't add up. Sorry, but it makes no sense. I do understand that because Lisa Marie's buried there and Benjamin's buried there, we have a very difficult, not me, Elvis Presley Enterprises, Riley Keough has a very difficult decision to make when it comes to that, purely because her grandmother, Priscilla's daughter, grandchild are at the meditation garden. I don't know the answer to that, but I fully agree. Priscilla should not be buried next to Elvis. She lost that right years and years ago, and it's just ridiculous that she wants to be buried next to her ex-husband, who she was very cruel to. Very cruel to. So, in my opinion, guys, for entertainment purposes, Right. So the storyline is boring, outdated, and full of line. I just think, do people fall for this book anymore? But saying that, they do, don't they? Because Sofia Coppola brought it out as a movie. I mean, I will say this, it was a complete flop, wasn't it? It was a terrible film, a very boring film. So I don't know if people fall for it anymore. I like to think that our Defending Elvis movement together here is starting to be noticed, and that people are slowly, a little bit at a time, realizing that this book is a load of waffle, a load of BS, and not true. Elvis has been dead 7 years when this book came out, and it was written by quite a bitter, I think, divorcee. Yeah. So this book ultimately was about Priscilla making millions of pounds. This over 3 million copies were sold. Many more, I would expect. Yeah. So this was all about making money and getting the public to feel sorry for her, making herself look like a victim. I really believe that, guys, in my opinion. Making Elvis look bad. Yeah. Making Elvis look like he took advantage of her. There's so many things in this book that really upset me. And by the way, we are reading this book. We're on chapter 14. We're doing one chapter at a time. So maybe later on, when we do another live, we'll read chapter 14 together, and we'll review it together. We'll read it together. So let's keep going. Karen, she definitely is not a Presley. She should never have took the name back. And I keep discussing, does anyone actually know when she took the name back? Some of you have told me it was when Vernon died. So even that, come on, who gives up a name and then takes it back? It's unheard of, isn't it? It's like, I understand some women, they keep the married name for the sake of the kids. I understand that. But they don't give it up and then take it back. This is the bit that doesn't add up. It's crazy. Crazy. I think legally she's allowed to keep the name, because I just think legally she is. A few people have told me that actually legally she's allowed to, but it ain't right. Teresa, so Teresa just is not happy with Priscilla. The film was made a long time ago. Colin, hi Colin. I'm referring to Sofia Coppola's film. I know that there's other versions of it. I understand that, but there's other versions of it. Sofia Coppola's film was made following this timeline, this storyline, completely followed it, which is just a shame, isn't it? And I think probably the main reason it flopped. I also think that Sofia Coppola wanting Priscilla to be so involved with that film is another reason why it flopped. I think that was one of Sofia Coppola's massive mistakes. It just doesn't make sense that a filmmaker like Sofia Coppola would not want the film to be different, something unusual. It wasn't different, wasn't it? It just kept saying the same old story that we've all heard a million times. You would have thought she would have switched on the brain and done something different. She didn't. It was bland and boring. Bland, and the people that she chose, well, I think Kaylee, was it? I think the girl that played Priscilla, I forget her name now. Kaylee, I forgot her name now, but I think she had the beauty to play Priscilla, because Priscilla was beautiful. But Jacob Elordi, that's the worst version of Elvis I've ever seen him. No offense to him, he's a nice guy, but come on, that wasn't Elvis. That was some 7 foot tall guy mumbling. Blah, 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 blah. It was terrible. So bad, guys. Really bad film, and completely incorrect factually as well. In our environment, especially in California, where we live at the moment, movement could make the subject to verbal, vicious statements about Elvis. Let's keep going. Misha, agree, but we need to put them right respectfully by telling the truth. Yeah. Hi, Rosemary. We do. Yeah. But it's also their right to disagree with us and debate. It's, that's okay, as long as it doesn't turn into hate and horrible arguments, which we've had, unfortunately, which is why we've had to delete the chat and restart it. So, but I get your point, Jane, Rosemary. Good morning, Jane. We've got, let's have a look. We've got 2 Janes on. Hi, Diana. Hi, Linda. Let's have a look. Sorry if I've missed any of your comments. So, Jeanette. I had a girlfriend called Jeanette when I was 16. Hi, Jeanette. In Canada. We love Canada. I've got a friend who lives in Toronto. Right. So we've got, so Jane is in Spain. Hi, Emily. Hi, Diane. Diane's in her lunch break. She's probably finished by now because I've been waffling on. Yes, the topic is, do we call ourselves defending Elvis Presley? Do we also defend Riley, Keough, and Finley and Harper? Someone told me that I'm not allowed to defend Finley and Harper because they're still alive. Same goes for Riley. I disagree, and this is what we're going to go into. So that is the topic. Right, and my dog's... You okay, dog? Oh, matter. Let's have a look. So Jane, we'll have a look at that. Don't worry. After the live, I have a lot of family in Tennessee. Cool. Weather is terrible, storming. So Linda's got terrible weather. Yeah, and in Bedfordshire, Linda, I tell you what, it's been raining all night and all morning. It's horrible. I had to take the kids to school in that rain. It was atrocious. My daughter's having a driving test in that rain. I promise you, we are going to get to the comments, but I'm not rushing because I know I've got all morning. Healthy debate, Linda. Yes. Rosemary, I understand that, Rosemary. Hi, Yvette. How you going? Don't worry, Yvette. We haven't really got into it yet. I'm going to start reading the comments. Now, I think you're going to find these comments quite interesting, guys. Quite interesting. They are... I nearly deleted them, but then I thought, no, we have to face it. We can't bury our head in the sand. If people are saying things that we don't want to hear, sometimes rather than delete the comments, we got to face them and try and respond and defend. This is what I thought about these comments. So that's what we're going to do in a minute, guys. Let's have a look. So Karen didn't ever fall for Priscilla's life. Now, Karen, I just want to say this to you. I did, and many of the people on this channel did. Many people were brainwashed, spoon-fed lies, the fake fairy tale that is broken. This is it. And we fell for it through the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. We fell for it, guys. The perfect romance that turned into a horrible breakup, all caused by Elvis and his drug taking and his unfaithfulness. We know that isn't correct. We know that isn't true. But many of us, including me, fell for it. Now, we've removed our blinkers and we're seeing the truth. I've only been defending Elvis for 4 months. I'm still learning. Yeah. So, unfortunately, Karen, many people did fall for it. Many people. And some of you on here may admit that you also were fooled. My last live stream I did yesterday. Let's have a look at it. My last live stream, let me just try and find it, was called, let's have a look. Elvis fans have been fooled. Elvis fans have been fooled. Yeah, it's had 400 views. Thank you. And I tell you what, many Elvis fans were fooled. We fell for the romance. We fell for the fairy tale. And we don't anymore. Our eyes have opened. So I'm here to fight for the people that are starting to realize that there is another truth, the real truth. Yeah, so Rebecca says, Priscilla's movie, depressing piece of dribble that has a lie in every few minutes. Yeah, agreed. So Linda, it's 11:20 a.m. in the UK. Where are we here? 11:25 now. My ex-sister-in-law divorced my brother who died, married another twice, and just took his name back. Yeah, that's odd. I wonder why. But anyway, victim Priscilla isn't innocent. Yes, that's why we defend, guys. Mrs. G, Ashley, how are you? It was a boring movie. I'm so glad that Elvis fans showed the world how we felt by not watching it. Yeah, I mean, I tell you how I watched it. I just found an app on my phone and shared it to my TV screen. That's how I watched it. I never went to the cinema. It was very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Let's have a look. So Teresa obviously doesn't like Priscilla. Let's have a look. I understand many of you just would not go and watch that film, Priscilla. Just refuse to do it. Refuse to do it. And I respect that. Louis, I read the comment today in Priscilla's Facebook saying, okay for Priscilla to keep the Presley last name. And I reply about her divorce and she's been married. And I got thrown back. Get over it. Yeah, but Luann, you're probably dealing with die-hard Priscilla fans. Now, I'm not being disrespectful, but if you are a die-hard Priscilla fan, you're going to believe all the bullshit, aren't you? Yeah? That's what I think. I think if you... Now, I think Priscilla fans are Elvis fans as well. I don't hate Priscilla fans, got nothing against Priscilla fans. But I think many Priscilla fans have fallen for the lies, the brainwashing. So they're very defensive. They want to protect Priscilla. They want to defend Priscilla. They don't feel that Priscilla has done anything wrong. Now, they really believe it from the bottom of their heart. So how do we change their minds? We change their minds by posting pictures and videos and interviews and research and documents and evidence to prove Priscilla's wrongdoing. Yeah, but we do it in a respectful way. So, yes, I get it. You're going to get a backlash from the Priscilla fans. You will. But I still think they're worth debating with because we can change people's minds. I had my mind changed. Many of you have had your mind changed. So the Priscilla fans to me are people that we change their minds. That is my intention. Hi, Sandra. Right, Sandra, I still haven't seen you on the Facebook Messenger chat thing. Try and send me a friend request so I can help you out. Karen, she'll never put a penny in Priscilla. I understand that. Right, we're catching up, guys. We're catching up. I'm going to rush through a few comments. Elvis did not want her using her name. Karen, yeah, I agree. Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm hoping she passes. Touch wood. She will pass. She's already passed. That's how I say it. She's already passed. We're probably going to know in the time of this live stream because she'll be back in half an hour, and I'll know and I'll tell you if she passed or not. Guys, do we think she's going to pass? Yes or no? Let's do a vote. Will my daughter pass her driving test? This is her third time. Her third time. We're going to, before this live ends, we are going to know if she passed or not. Give us a vote. Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm new to the channel. Woke up to get a glass of water and realized you were live at 6:25 a.m. in the USA. Hi, Just Rubies. You're very welcome to Defending Elvis Presley. Team Elvis is what we call ourselves. And we are here for one reason only, to defend Elvis and his bloodline. That's it. That's why we're here. Right, Linda says it. I fell for the fairy tale. It's easier to know Elvis was used and humiliated. See? We are, many of us fell for it, guys. Many of us. Right. But not anymore. Okay, let me just read these last few comments and I can start reading what I intended to read. Hi, Natividad. Good morning. Southwest America, it's 4:28 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So, Ashley, that's what I meant. I'm glad that most of us Elvis fans didn't go pay money to watch it. We waited for it to stream. Yeah. How is Ashley today? You all right? We do like Ashley. Right. Okay. Sandra, Billy and Joe said Elvis would not want her there, and there was room for only 6 graves at the state of Tennessee. I will say this, guys. Billy and Joel did a really good live last night, didn't they? I think for British time, it was last night. A really good live. I've had quite a few send me that link, so jump over and watch that. Now, with the 6 graves thing, I will say this. I've got the permit. I've had it sent to me. It can be changed, guys. It can be. It's money. You throw money at something and reapply for different permits, it can be changed. I know that people keep saying it. It only holds 6, only holds 6. I don't agree. Now, we're hoping it's not changed. We're hoping that Priscilla doesn't get buried next to Elvis. I mean, well, now, obviously, it's been changed now. Now they've refused her to be buried next to Elvis, but there is a possibility she could get buried in the meditation garden. So now that will let's face it, guys, that's going to cause a revolt. If it's the truth, guys, I honestly believe if Priscilla got buried at Gracelands, there will be a revolt. And yesterday's live streams that we did were all based on, is Priscilla banned from Graceland? Is Priscilla locked out of Graceland? This was yesterday's live streams. We don't really know the answer. I think it's pretty obvious Joel Weishanker doesn't want her there. We know about him commenting and saying that she can come in if she buys a ticket. I've heard that said to me many times. Someone even messaged me last night saying they found it in a comment where he was replying to somebody on his questions and answers. I haven't found it yet. Joel Weishanker has a Facebook page that allows the fans questions and answers, and that one of his answers was that she is allowed in, but she has to buy a ticket. Is that true? I'm gonna try and see if I can get on that. I might already be on it. Priscilla fans don't believe she put a lien on Graceland, and they argue that Elvis put the deed of trust in her name for protecting Graceland. Well, there could be a tiny bit of truth to that, couldn't there? But because if Elvis was facing a situation where there was a debt, yeah, I'm no expert. Now, I was told that a deed of trust was created. Elvis couldn't afford to pay Priscilla's demands. I think initially it was one half of it was $725,000 at first. Then you've got $6,000 a month spousal payments. Then you've got a demand of the percentage of his royalties and a few other things. Elvis didn't have it. Elvis was having his own financial problems. So in the end, there was the deed of trust created that the attorneys had asked for a lien to be placed on Graceland, Elvis's home that he bought for his mother. And there was going to be installments paid. I don't know over how long, 5-10 years, but the total amount I read was actually double that. It was not 725. It was 1.45 million. But, I'm no expert. You have to try and dig these documents up. There is a divorce deposition that can be dug up as well. Obviously, we have the divorce settlements. You can Google it and try and find these documents. But one thing I do know, Elvis could not afford it. Elvis and Vernon were very worried that they were going to lose Graceland. So, of course they were. You've got this woman going after them for a lot of money, a massive amount of money that they couldn't afford. I've also read that This is why Elvis sold his recording rights, pre-1973 recording rights, to raise the money to help pay Priscilla off, which just breaks my heart. We know that Elvis should never have sold those recording rights. And also her asking for a percentage of his royalties. It's just not right, is it? And she really, don't forget, Elvis had already done the divorce settlement. This is the second divorce settlement. In the first divorce settlement, she was given plenty. Elvis was always going to do right by Priscilla and Lisa Marie. Of course he was, yeah? He's a very, very generous man, yeah? He wanted to be seen in public as doing the right thing. He wanted to be there for Lisa Marie. He also was worried about whether or not Priscilla was going to stop him seeing Lisa. So Elvis was trying to do the right thing. Keep Priscilla on side. Keep Priscilla happy, in my opinion, yeah? So eventually, it was decided that these payments would be made in installments. I'm no expert. I don't know all the facts. I'm guessing a little bit. But I will say this, the bit that horrifies me is that this all went on in 1977. I know it was leading up to 1977. But in 1977, this argument about the deed of trust, the lien being placed on Graceland, money for Priscilla, this was all going on in the year Elvis died, at the same time as the Elvis Tell-All book by the Memphis Mafia was released, the Red West, Sonny West, Dave Hebler book, the horrible betrayal book. And Elvis had these horrific, chronic medical conditions that were forcing him to take a massive amount of medication. So this is all going on in 1977. And you've got a complicated relationship with Ginger Alden, because I love Ginger Alden. But their relationship was not straightforward. There was many things. If you look at Billy Smith's interviews, they were having problems, guys. Even the possibility of another girlfriend. Yeah. So 1977 for Elvis was a very complicated year. And he's dealing with all of this. And he's a very sick man. And this is why I doubt when Priscilla says, oh, me and Elvis stayed friends after the divorce. I just don't believe it, because how could they? If they're arguing over Lisa Marie and money, a horrible second divorce settlement, she had to accuse Elvis of fraud and lying to get the judge to allow her to go for a second divorce settlement. Then how could they have been friends? Now, I can understand how there was a front. Elvis put on a front to keep Priscilla happy, to make sure he carried on seeing Lisa Marie Presley as much as possible. God rest her soul. Obviously, we know Elvis worshipped Lisa Marie and vice versa. They were very, very close. So, and Elvis wanted a good public face. So Elvis wanted the public to see they were still getting on. Everything was fine. Not just for the public and the fans, but also for Lisa Marie. Yeah. So do I think that they were still friends? No chance. No chance. There's no way that not in a million years do I believe that Priscilla and Elvis were close friends after the divorce. And when I see these interviews by Priscilla that says we were better apart, in my mind, it's bullshit. No way. The divorce was too ugly. Now, maybe after the first divorce settlement, there was a period where they got on better. Yeah? She's had $100,000, bit of property, a few cars, a motorbike. There's a monthly spousal payments. She walked away. Elvis was going to look after her. There could have been a period then where they got on okay. Yeah? But as soon as she went for that second divorce settlement, and I have no idea who put her up to it, whose idea was it? Was it Robert Kardashian, the lawyer? Who knows? Something put her up to it, but ultimately it had to be greed. It had to be greed. And that second divorce settlement, she broke all her promises, including taking, I think, at some point, taking back the Presley name. I think that might have happened a bit later, but it was still a promise that was made around 1972. Yeah. And we know it was all settled by 73, but don't forget, in my opinion, their relationship was over in 68 because she was seeing Mike Stone at the end of 1970, I think, from what I've learned. So you think about it, they got married on May the 1st, 1967. 9 months later, February the 1st, 68, beautiful Lisa Marie is born. Within months, she's unfaithful. Well, by 1970, she's running down the road with Mike Stone, secretly seeing Mike Stone behind Elvis's back for a year before they eventually lived together in an apartment that I think Elvis paid for anyway. But my point is, the marriage was tiny. You think about it. I keep saying this. So if they get married in 67, but by 68, it's all over, really, because he's caught her being unfaithful with Steve Peck, the dance instructor who owns the dance studio, months after Lisa Marie was born. They're over, aren't they? Yeah? Elvis isn't going to sleep with Priscilla after she knows that she's been with another man. Now, people that say that the reason Elvis won't sleep with Priscilla is because he won't sleep with someone that's had a baby, it's ridiculous. It's bullshit. In my mind, my opinion, for entertainment purposes, the reason that Elvis would not sleep with Priscilla after Lisa Marie was born was because she had been unfaithful. That simple. And then they had a fake marriage for 2 years, even a fake second honeymoon. And then eventually she makes a beeline for Mike Stone. And if you want to know the details of Priscilla and Mike Stone's relationship and whose idea it was, who chatted who up, just watch Mike Stone's recent interviews. There's 2 of them, and they clearly break down all the timeline. It is very clear that it was Priscilla that went for Mike Stone. Now, I'm disgusted by the relationship between Mike Stone and Priscilla. It horrifies me. When I hear all the details, I'm gutted. It's disgusting. Children were involved. Frances Stone was involved, who was pregnant. And I just think it was horrific. Obviously, our lovely Lisa Marie was in the middle of all that. Could you imagine how Elvis felt, how humiliated he was, especially being into karate? Elvis, karate was the love of his life after singing. And, well, you get what I'm saying, guys. That was his world of fun, karate. Took it very seriously, committed his life to it. So this karate champion, this famous karate champion, Mike Stone, Priscilla chose him to run off with. Oh, my God. She couldn't have picked someone worse to humiliate him and make him feel stupid and embarrass him in public. And then we break up these 2 families. These poor children are involved. Frances Stone is involved. And then she parades Mike Stone and herself, even kissing in public with Lisa Marie. And Elvis has to watch this every day from home, reading it in tabloids and magazines and TV news companies. I can't think of anything more horrific that poor Elvis had to go through. That almost brings me to tears, guys. But then she goes on to say Elvis was the love of my life. It just doesn't make sense, guys. How can you keep saying Elvis was the love of my life? How is it right that this book was written just by her 7 years after he died, where he can't defend himself, where he had no say in this book? And I know I keep saying the same stuff over and over again, guys, but it's just wrong, innit? It's just wrong. So let's keep going. Let's read a few of your comments, then I can start reading these things off. So sorry, I'm waffling on, guys. I'm waffling. I do get a bit passionate. Right. Let's have a look. I can't believe we've already been on for an hour. Oh, that's good, Ashley. Right. I've been on for an hour. I'm waffling for an hour. What is going on? I feel bad that Elvis was very generous and some people just took advantage of him. You can say that again. Hi, Al. Are you new? Al C. Welcome to Team Elvis. It's full of, as far as I'm concerned, I'm with Billy and Joel. I love Billy and Joel. Let's have a look. I'd love them to mention us. Give them, when you go onto their channel, guys, give our channel a shout. I'd love Billy and Joel to give us a mention. In fact, any Elvis channels that are defending Elvis, please give us a mention. We got to stick together, guys. We got to stick together. Okay, so Just Rubies mentions that Shelby County, Memphis, Tennessee has a lot of information on Graceland. Thank you. Sue Shannon, I think she was trying to take Graceland away from him to spite him from knowing that he bought it for his mum. I get the feeling there was some revenge, especially because of the Mike Stone situation. I believe it. And even some of the interviews that happened in the 80s, you get a feeling of revenge. You do. some of the ways that she's answering those questions, especially the early interviews, like Barbara Walters type interviews, you do get a feeling that, aha, here's my chance. Don't forget, eventually she became Almighty Power, the trustee on behalf of Lisa Marie and Graceland. Yeah, Almighty Power. I personally think it went to her head. That's what I think. But let's keep going. I do not understand how Priscilla was able to divorce him 2 times. Please help me understand that. Look, I'm no expert. All I know is this. They had an agreed divorce settlement. You can find the documents on Google. All agreed. Everything agreed. She was never allowed to go back to open up a second divorce settlement. It was written in the agreement. Now, somehow, I don't know the details, she decided using divorce depositions, which I think are out there, you can get them, yeah? She had to accuse that Elvis had hid his assets, had hid his financial income, and that he had lied to her, and that made the judge allow her to reapply to open up and get a second divorce settlement. This is what I know so far, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, but other people here on this live stream will have more details. And if you do your research and go onto Google, you'll find a lot of these documents, and there's a lot of write-ups talking about both the divorce settlements. And the second one was extremely cruel, extremely cruel. Right. So Rebecca, she won't pay a penny. She feels entitled to everything. So Emily, Priscilla was jealous of Elvis' unconditional love for his mum and Lisa. And sometimes I do feel that there was some jealousy because not just on Elvis, but also on Lisa. And I'll tell you why. Because now Elvis had it all. Everyone loved him. He was talented. He was making movies, singing. He was treated almost godlike. Everyone loved Lisa Marie. When she was born, she was a golden child, beautiful child, very popular with the Elvis fans and the public. And I do believe that Priscilla, there was some jealousy, even for her own daughter. Now, I go by her actions. The minute Priscilla was given freedom, yeah, Elvis is gone. Oh, no, actually, before then, the divorce, she goes off with Mike Stone. She pursues a career in acting, in TV, opening businesses, in advertising, yeah, promoting different products, whether it be hair or perfumes, fragrances. And I see this person that once she had freedom wanted spotlight, not straight away, took a few years, but after a few years wanted spotlight, wanted fame, just like Elvis had it. And I think she's still the same way now. I think even now Priscilla wants spotlight, wants attention. You go onto her Instagram, you look at the type of events that she does, and signing autographs for cash. It's all about spotlight. Me. Making money. Putting herself out there. And I just think an 80-year-old woman that has lost her daughter and grandkids should be grieving. I really believe that. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. I really believe it. I also don't understand why an 80-year-old woman would want to spend the last part of her life running around trying to make money, trying to look 25 years old. I just don't get it. She should be grieving. The fans don't understand why she's grieving. There is a big disconnect between Priscilla and the fans. Priscilla, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And this thing where she keeps saying he's the love of my life, it doesn't make sense. The fans aren't falling for it. We just want an apology from Priscilla to admit her wrongdoing. That would be a start. Then we can make amends, start to make amends. Yeah. It may be too late for Priscilla to make amends, but we're going to try, because I feel that if we got an apology from Priscilla, it will start to change things for Elvis's reputation and image. We can improve his image and reputation. We can tell the worldwide public, do you know what? Maybe things were wrong that was said by Priscilla. Maybe how Elvis has been portrayed, how his image and reputation has been hammered. Maybe we can turn a corner, and then the world news around the world can start talking about Elvis in a much more positive light. We know that they'd say how amazingly talented he was, but that's not good enough. We want the world to know what a beautiful person he was, what a kind person he was. We want the world to understand why he took medication, the real reason, his health problems. We want that. We don't want all the crap that is said about him. Right, I bought Nutra soap because they said it smelled like soap. I'm confused. Everybody took advantage of Elvis. They sure did. Priscilla had 2 divorce settlements. With the second is about asking what settlements, which the second was about asking. Yeah, 100%. Money. Thanks, Rebecca. I don't believe they were friends. Hans terrified. I'm not seeing his lovely. No, come on. I'm not falling for it. They weren't friends. It's rubbish. Yes, once you understand the divorce settlements, you know they're not friends. In my opinion, she wanted him to pass. She kept telling all her friends not that she couldn't marry them until Elvis passes. That always stuck in my mind. Do you mean to take the Presley name back? Priscilla is the love of Priscilla's life. Michelle. I think you're right. Can you imagine being married to Elvis when he was young? Good questions for the girls out there. I'm sure many of you young ladies can. Let's have a look. Let's go. Let's keep going. All right, is Linda going? Is she? Bye, Linda. Let's have a look. Yeah, Linda, I tell you what, I want to mention these comments, but I'm going to keep going, Linda, unfortunately. I can't. You guys deserve to have your say. You deserve to have, and I'm going to let you. Right. Linda, just be patient. What's the matter with you? You know I love you. Right. I can't believe that after the divorce settlement, you can go back and ask for more. I agree. Thanks, Sue. Right, let's have a look. Oh, thanks, Rebecca. Priscilla went after Mike Stone and his wife was pregnant. Priscilla is still, yes, we know that, Karen, and it's true. Sue, she was vindictive and she did absolutely anything she could to hurt him the worst way she could. It does seem that way, Sue. It does. When you look at all the facts and the timeline, the people involved, I would say it's the most hurtful thing. Mike Stone and the second divorce settlement. Those are the two. And obviously the Lisa Marie, once Lisa Marie passed away, that was horrible. The way that Priscilla tried to stay on as joint trustee at Graceland's. Unbelievable. And then to promote that film. Right. Now, don't worry, guys. I'm going to read the comment. Right, we're catching up. The only way I won't read the comment is if my wife walks in and tells me to get off the PC. So, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Vernon was the most transparent and meticulous with money, and the receipts are still here. Ridiculous to claim fraud, greed. In a word, yes. And I've read about this. And Vernon always appreciated money, didn't he? Because he grew up so poor. Does anyone remember Rhonda's channel? What does that mean? What does that mean? We love Rhonda at Presley Mania. I'm not sure what the comment is. Has Rhonda posted another video? We love Rhonda. We love her. Yes, Linda, we are making a difference. Right. The only two women that have never written a book about their intimate relationship with Elvis was Anne Margaret and Mindy Miller. I hold a lot of respect for these two women. Me too. And Mindy Miller does join our channel. She does. She's part of Defending Elvis Presley. We love Mindy Miller, and we love Anne Margaret. We love Anne Margaret. Right, okay. We've actually caught up. Now let me get the comment. Now I was going to delete this comment. I want to concentrate. Now once I've read these comments, I'm probably going to have to go. But let's find the comments. Now, is Linda still there? Linda, you need to be patient, young lady. Okay. Now, I've read these comments a couple of times. Now, shall I just show you something quickly? I found, someone sent me this. Let's have a look. Finley and Harper. I just thought, someone sent me that this morning, and I thought, just lovely to see Lisa Marie just being normal, a mum out with the kids. Thought it was great. Okay, yeah, I do. Linda, I know I waffle. Right, come on, let's go. Let's find this comment. I'm going to read the main comment first that I was going to delete. But then I'm going to read the other comments because I think all of the comments are quite a bit rude, actually. I want to read the one about her telling me to not defend Finley and Harper. Now, to cut a long story short, if we defend Elvis, we also defend Riley and Finley and Harper because we're trying to clear his name. So surely that would be a nice thing for Finley and Harper and Riley. Now, okay, they may not want us to, but that is our intention. Right, okay. So Daniela Castro, this was done last night, middle of the night. I'm going to read all her comments. I think it's okay that you are defending Elvis, but don't say you are defending Riley, Harper, or Finley, because they can defend themselves. Harper has been very loud defending her mum against a hater that talked about her drug abuse and defend her grandma with someone she was a bad mum and a bad grandma. She said that the person to shut up because have no idea and that she loved her nana so much. Right. Now, not that long a comment. Sorry, I got a bit snivelly. Now, first of all, I think Daniela is saying that because Riley and Finley and Harper are still alive, that we can't defend them. Well, I would say, well, Harper and Finley are 16 years old. So I personally think that Finley and Harper, if there was this guy sticking up for their granddad and their mum, I don't think they'd mind at all. As long as I don't make Elvis look bad and I don't make their mother look bad, I think they'd be happy that I was defending them. Surely. What do you think? Yeah. And then, so when he says, I'm okay that you defend Elvis, but don't defend Riley, Finley, and Harper. What are your comments on that? So just what do you think of that comment? And then he talks about that they're close to grandma. Okay, fine. I don't know if they are, but if they are, okay. I don't really see what the point is. And they're saying that Finley and Harper told someone that was saying bad stuff about their grandma to shut up. Okay, that's fine. And do they love their nana, that she's put it? And then they're using the fact that this was done on Instagram, yeah? So on social media, okay. But I don't see how I'm not allowed to defend Riley and Finley and Harper. I just don't get it. I massively want to defend Lisa Marie as well. And even Benjamin, I would defend him. And of course, Elvis. So I'll read your comments just on that, and then we're going to read some more. Right, okay. So the next comment is quite a big one, because someone tells me off for saying that the Elvis fans want to see Lisa Marie grieve publicly. And I understand many of you may think, well, it's none of my business how Lisa Marie grieves publicly for Lisa Marie. I honestly, how Priscilla needs to grieve publicly for Lisa Marie. But I think it is our business, guys, because we love them and admire them and we're trying to protect them. We're very defensive towards them. So we feel this disconnect with Priscilla Presley, that she has gone on with her life and promoting herself for money, ultimately, where we feel she should be grieving, and with her grandkids and with Riley. Yeah, we feel that trying to make more money isn't the answer. But I'm going to read that comment next. Let's have a look. Sheila, I just want to concentrate on this comment. Does age come into it when defending anyone? Weird comment. No. The reason I mention age is because I think when you defend a child, it's different than defending an adult. Yeah, I personally think there is a difference. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, of course I can choose to defend who I want, Philomena, but it's not just that. What harm am I doing? If I'm saying that on this channel, defending Elvis Presley, that we also want to defend Finley and Harper and Riley Keough, what is wrong with that? This person is defensive. They're like, you have no right to be defending Finley and Harper. They don't need defending. Well, yeah, they do. And I'll tell you why. Because their grandfather has been slagged off in the press for 50 years. Now, him being defended defends them. It's their grandfather. It defends Riley. Yeah, you get it, what I'm saying to you guys. Do you see my point? When we defend Elvis, we defend Finley and Harper. We defend Riley. That is my point. Yes, we can. We are defending their grandchildren and mother and protective of their legacy. Of course we are. Cool. And there's no harm in that. But this person is telling me off. I tell you why this person's telling me off. She's a Priscilla fan. Yeah, nothing against Priscilla fans. So she's defensive, almost like I'm trying to attack Priscilla. Well, I'm not trying to attack Priscilla. I'm trying to defend Elvis. Unfortunately, Priscilla has done a lot of damage. So that's my answer. Let's have a look. Yes, we can. We are defending the grandchildren. And then it's Jane says, what that got to do it, Louis? What that got it? Sorry, Jane, just re-say that. What that got to with... I can't... Jane, rewrite your comment. Let's have a look. I think Riley and Finley and Harper would appreciate fans defending their grandfather. Goodness. Thank you, Gio. And I agree. I tell you what, Elvis up in heaven, I think he would be really pleased people like us exist, people that are trying to defend his honor, his reputation, his dignity, and on behalf of Finley and Harper, on behalf of Riley, on behalf of beautiful Lisa. Honestly, I don't think we're doing any harm. I really don't. So Michelle says, we defend our friends, our family, so what's wrong with defending those that we care about, related or not? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're doing any harm. I think we're doing good, because I'm not trying to make everyone hate Priscilla. I'm trying to bring Priscilla to the table and apologize and change the story. Tell the truth. This is what we're trying to do here. I understand exactly what you're saying, Louis, and these grandchildren don't know the truth. Yes, Emily. These Finley and Harper are having to read all these horrible comments on all different social media platforms. They don't really know the truth and the non-truth, do they? It's, you know, no smoke without fire and all that rubbish. They're probably quite embarrassed sometimes of some of the things that are being said about Elvis and Lisa. So if we jump in and try and defend Finley and Harper and Riley, why not? Why not? How can that be bad? How would they dislike that? So don't forget, when they become adults, things are going to change, aren't they? They're going to probably start defending themselves. Come on, Lisa Marie loved the fans. Lisa Marie always knew the fans were there for her. Yeah, she didn't go against the fans because they were trying to defend her. Because Lisa Marie needs defending as well. Thank you, Emily. That's a nice comment. Louise, thank you. There is nothing wrong with defending the whole family. Now, this next comment you're going to react to as well, guys. Now, remember, I could have deleted these comments, but I didn't want to. I thought we needed to cover them. Yeah, we know. Now, the Oprah thing is a big deal because it gives Riley a chance to properly have her say after everything that's gone on. No matter what your feelings are towards Oprah and politics, this is Riley's chance to have her say. She's been through hell. She's lost her mother, her brother. Obviously, she's there for Finley and Harper. It's a complicated situation. The whole world is looking to Riley to do the right thing. So Oprah, whatever you guys say about her, has given Riley a platform to have her say. Now, you think what she's gone through, listening to all those tapes of Lisa Marie when she was writing the book, must have been very, very difficult. Very difficult. So finally, Riley is going to have her say. So I can't say anything negative about that. Sorry, what is it to do with anyone? What you're doing, you're not doing any harm. No, because I will say this, Jane. We are a public defending Elvis YouTube channel. It's got to do with everyone, yeah? And people are going to give me their views, yeah? I have to respect that people have got different views than me, than us. But I just don't, I fully disagree with the comment saying I shouldn't be defending Finley and Harper and Riley. I just don't agree with it. I think it's rubbish. I think they would be okay with it because we are defending the Presley bloodline reputation. Yes, Sue. And then Teresa, there is nothing wrong with defending Elvis and Lisa and Finley and Harper and Riley. Come on, guys. Elvis would have wanted us to defend Finley and Harper. You know, Elvis loved children. He was a very loving. He would have been such a brilliant grandfather. He would have been so proud of those twins. And to have twins, he would have loved it. You imagine Elvis with twins. He would have loved it. Loved it. He would have loved Riley and the success that she's had. You know, she's a very proud person, Riley. She's really there for her mum. Really has a lovely relationship with Danny. Come on, you listen to any of Riley's interviews. She's a lovely person. A lovely person. She's between a rock and a hard place when it comes to Priscilla. She has to keep Gran happy. Fans were the only reason Lisa Marie got out of her house. And yes, I remember that. I remember that when she came out and spoke to the fans. And she jokingly said at the last Grace and appearance that she knew the special connection between Elvis and his fans and also her. Yes, Gio, yes. And you guys, if you haven't seen that when she comes out of Graceland and speaks to the fans so beautifully, not long before she died, Gio is spot on. I've watched it a few times. It's very touching. Thank you, Gio. Right, next comment, guys. Let's get a reaction, yeah? Now, I have done a video, and part of my video is saying that the fans don't understand why she doesn't grieve publicly correctly for Lisa. Even Benjamin, but let's concentrate on Lisa, yeah? And the fans feel a massive disconnect, So I'll read the comment. I think my wife might come home soon, so I need to be a bit quick. We might have to do a part 2, guys. She is not going to grieve in public. Now, let's all listen to this, guys. It's important. This is Danielle Castro. She is not going to grieve in public. Why people expect that? I don't grieve in public. My emotions are mine and maybe for someone very close to me, but I don't go to my work crying or anything. I hold, and if I'm sad, I cry in my bed, in my room. It's crazy that you want a person to do that. Did you see Elvis saying in public how much he missed his mum? Well, actually, yeah, we did. There are interviews talking about, real interviews, Elvis talking about how much he loved and missed his mother. So yeah, I did. Did you see Riley crying over her mum? Do you see the twins doing that? Now, I have seen many things of Riley talking beautifully about her mother. Many, many interviews. They're quite short. Riley speaks beautifully about Lisa Marie. So yes, I did. Do you see the twins doing that? Well, no, they're children. They're children. They were children when she passed. Of course not. They're kept in. Of course, it's very private with the twins. And weren't they 14 when she passed? So no, I don't. They grieve in private. When someone close to you died, you cry in private and then you have to do things. You stay in all day and cry. No matter how hard it is, go on, and they all have to keep living. Right. Now, I've never said I want to see Priscilla crying in public. I haven't said that. Now, come on, we know how to grieve privately, but still show publicly that we're grieving. It's how we dress. It's how we do our makeup. It's how we act. It's the way we live our life. That's how we grieve. Now, the problem is, this is why the fans, the Elvis fans, are so upset that we don't see Priscilla dressing, acting, talking, living her life in a way that shows any kind of grief. We don't want to see Priscilla crying her eyes out. We don't want that. We want some kind of outpouring of love for Lisa Marie, the grief, the loss in how she conducts herself. Now, dressing like a 20-year-old and going off signing autographs for $200 and doing all these public events and public speaking events for money, and trying to look 20 doesn't make us fans feel that she's grieving. And I completely understand that people think, oh, it's none of your business, you know, it's nothing to do with you. I get it, right? But I'm just going to send my wife a message to see if she passed. So by now, we're going to know, aren't we? So, and my wife wants me, so I'm going to have to go. But let's just make the ending. Let's just get the ending. So we're going to come back to another part of this. So do you understand, guys? Let's have a look. Exactly, Linda. It has to be terrifying of her when the right truth is shining. I wish I would acknowledge that she had exposed and clean. I don't do well holding back tears on sentimental situation. This is Tonya. I believe he went straight to the funeral and the court case, and then travel the world promoting your movies. Yes, there we go. Promoting the Priscilla movie. That isn't how you grieve. A film that Lisa Marie did not want made. Told Sofia Coppola, don't make it. Behind the scenes was feuding with her own mother, hoping that she would not be involved with that film, Priscilla's film, Sofia Coppola's film. That's not how you grieve. There is a love bond between Elvis and his fans, and it's very special, definitely. So let me just double check. Let me just have a go. I think there may have been just one other comment. I want to read it because I did say to you guys, I'm going to read that person's comments. Right. So there we are. This is Daniela again. There wasn't a disagreement. Right. So now this is to do with the divorce. No, sorry. This is after Lisa Marie died and Priscilla jumps in with and threatens a lawsuit because she wants to be joint trustee with Riley Keough. She doesn't agree with Lisa Marie's wishes. Yeah, she thinks that there's fraud may have happened with the will, with the trust, not the will, the trust. We all know about this. We know in the end they had a few arguments behind the scenes, and then a judge agreed their terms. One of the terms that she gets buried at Graceland, and obviously the $1 million. There was a yearly fee as an advisor. There was the $400,000 legal fees, and a few other bits and bobs. So this is the comment from this fan, Danielle Castro. There wasn't a disagreement. So she's trying to say they didn't disagree. Right. And we know 100% they did disagree. It was everything talked about. They remained close while the press and some fans invented the war between them. Now, we've all seen that when they do that picture. So this person is bringing up that. Yeah. Sorry to do that, by the way. There was no way the press invented that war. That was a genuine Lisa had passed. The trustee, Lisa Marie, wanted everything to go to Riley and the twins. Did not want Priscilla to be a trustee and wanted her removed. Yeah, very clear. Yeah. They went to dinner many times, even as a joke. They took the pictures, giving the middle finger to the press. And they spent the last Thanksgiving Day together as a family. Little Tupelo call her Nana, as her mum and aunts do. The whole conflict is made up. Now, I believe that they did spend time together as Nana and the kids. Yeah, Tupelo. I believe all that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not saying that Riley and the twins don't like Priscilla. They may be very close. Riley may be very close to Priscilla. I haven't once said they're not. Yeah. So I'm not really sure. I think this person thinks that I think that the twins and Riley hate Priscilla. I don't think that. I think they have this very big disagreement, and even a judge had to agree what they agreed. The whole conflict was made up. No way. There was a conflict. It was not made up. I don't care what anyone says. Riley and Priscilla have always been close. I can't answer that. I don't know. I don't know if Riley and Priscilla have always been close, but this person thinks they have been. If you spent time at Priscilla's Instagram, you can see that many likes on Riley and comments that Riley have made. I've seen that. I've seen what you're saying. Also, Riley was super close to her Nana and Anne and Grandpa. Yeah? Okay. They could have been, yeah. She reposts Priscilla made about Anne's birthday saying, I miss you, Nana. Fine, yeah. I'm not doubting that at all. I've never said that that isn't correct. Their relationship is not as you want or think. They always have been close. Just an example, while Riley was filming the movie Zola, her co-star said Riley received the visits of her grandma on the weekends. Now, I think this person has got things mixed up. Now, I have never said that Riley and Priscilla don't get on. No, I've never said that. I have never said that Finley and Harper don't like Priscilla. I've never said that, yeah? I'm sure they are close. They probably do get on very well. This isn't why I defend Elvis Presley and why I defend Lisa and Finley Harper and Benjamin and Gladys and Vernon. We are just on behalf, even though they haven't asked us to, on behalf of the family, we, Team Elvis, yeah, are trying to just clear the mud so that the twins can stand up and be proud of Elvis, be proud of Lisa. Now, of course, they are proud anyway, but we want to make them more proud. We want to change the way that Elvis and Lisa, more Elvis, are spoken about around the world on behalf of the twins. We love the twins. We feel protective towards Finley and Harper. We feel protective towards Riley. Now, yes, it's none of our business. I accept it. We ain't related. We don't know them. We're not there. We're not going through what they've had to go through. The stress that they're going through must be unimaginable. But we're going to do it. I'm going to do it proudly. And I never will say that Riley dislikes Priscilla. I will never say that. I will never say that the twins dislike Priscilla. I won't say that. I won't say that. So that you're wrong. That comment is wrong. Was there another one? Let's have a look. Quite an interesting comment. I think that's it. So with all Priscilla's traveling, how much time does she have to bond with the grandkids and great grandchild? How does that work? And Lisa, you have a good point. We feel as fans that Priscilla, especially after the death of Lisa, should be with the grandkids. Shouldn't be trying to make money. Shouldn't be ambitious. Shouldn't be trying to get the spotlight on her. And we think she should act her age. No offense, guys. She's 80 years old. And I mean that. I know that an 80-year-old can have a very full life. I understand that. But when you've lost your daughter and you've got grandkids, that is where your life should be. Shouldn't be going around to these Comic-Con shows, signing autographs for cash and trying to, all these one-to-one personal appearances for money. Why? Come on, you've got enough money. Priscilla's got enough money. You know, obviously, you know, there's a whole nother complicated story with Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer, and all that, and the sort of counter sue for elder abuse. You know, we go on and on, can't we, guys? All of this stuff shouldn't be happening. Yeah, she should be a settled woman in the latter part of her life. Yeah, making things right with the twins, with Riley, with Lisa Marie, apologizing for all her wrongdoing, all her mistakes. What do we do later in life? We apologize. We look back on our life and we admit the wrongdoing. We've all done it, haven't we, guys? So, Caroline, you could be right, but we have to try. Yeah, we have to try. So I agree, Caroline, I agree with you. So Caroline says, as mother of two teenagers, I can't wait for them to have grandkids. Yes, and you'll be with them because you're a great mother. Yeah. So, hi, Deborah. Unfortunately, we're going now. But we've had a really good life. We've had a really good life. She is Ashley, she is a Priscilla fan. It's obvious. But that's okay. I'm not against Priscilla fans. We can help Priscilla fans change their mind, see the truth, understand that Elvis needs defending, that the whole family need defending. Priscilla fans ultimately are Elvis fans. I always say this. They are Elvis fans. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to go. I think we've had a brilliant live. Really, really, really enjoyed this live. I'm sorry it was so long. It took me a long time to get to the point. I'm going to come back and do another live. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I don't like to sound like I'm lecturing people. I'm very passionate today about the comments that were thrown at me by the YouTube person because, thanks, Emily. I just feel that I was being told off by this YouTuber. And I think many of the things that she accused me of were not correct, were untrue, weren't fair. I proudly defend Elvis, Lisa Marie, Riley, Finley and Harper, Vernon and Gladys and Benjamin. I proudly defend the bloodline. And that is what defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth. That's what we do. That's what we do. Take care, guys. Hi, Nicola. I'm off, guys. Nicola, if you've only just joined us, I think we've had a really good live stream. So watch it back. And I'm sending you all love, guys. All of you. Love to all of you. And I love my morning coffees with you guys. And if you're waking up later, different time zones, good morning. Have a nice coffee. If you've enjoyed what I do, buy us a coffee. Click the buy me a coffee button. Subscribe. If you want to be a member, it's just $1 a month. it does matter to me that you show some kind of thanks, because it shows me that you like what I'm doing. It gives me a bit of a thank you. So click the buy me a coffee button, guys. Take care. We're out of here. All the best. Sending you love.